Nobita accidentally found a train ticket under a cushion. From Doraemon's mouth, he learned this was a galaxy railway train. You just need to use a ticket puncher to punch the ticket, and the train will travel across time and space to pick you up. That night, after Nobita ate and drank his fill, he immediately rushed to the back mountain. Nobita used the ticket puncher to punch the ticket, then looked toward the sky. At this moment, a strange sound suddenly came from the grass. Unexpectedly, his friends had secretly followed. It turned out Nobita had bragged to his friends during the day, saying he could take them on a train to play in the galaxy. But the train still hadn't appeared. Just as Jian was about to beat up Nobita, a magical scene happened. A hole suddenly appeared in the sky. A train slowly emerged. All his friends were shocked. This steam train flew over their heads and finally appeared before them. Soon a robot walked down from the train. Seeing so many customers, the conductor told them to quickly board. Nobita said he only had one train ticket. The conductor said it didn't matter how many people there were. Finally, he sighed silently and turned to leave. After hearing this, Nobita felt very confused. As the steam train's engine started, this train also took his friends to fly above the galaxy. The final destination was planet Hateno. The astronaut saw the train traveling in the sky and found it unbelievable. His friends even waved hello to him. Finally, the train took them through time and space. Soon the train came to Saturn. At this moment, Jian and Tsuneo walked over. Both of them thought this train was very strange, because besides them, there wasn't a single person. Nobita still didn't believe it, so Jian pulled Nobita to look through each car one by one. Unexpectedly, there really wasn't a single person. Nobita thought there should be someone in the driver's cabin. As a result, when he stuck his head out to look, he was instantly shocked. There wasn't even anyone in the driver's cabin. Everyone was scared and didn't know what to do. Just as Tsuneo shouted this was a ghost train, the lights above suddenly went out. His friends hugged each other in fear. At this moment, a ghost fire and a series of footsteps suddenly appeared behind them. Everyone was so scared they didn't dare make a sound. At this moment, the conductor suddenly appeared. Both his friends and the conductor were so scared they screamed. At this moment, the lights suddenly turned on. The conductor also walked over. Seeing it was the conductor, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The conductor said the lights went out because of poor contact. Everyone was confused why there was no one in the driver's cabin. The conductor said this was a steam train from the 22nd century, so it had always been unmanned. The conductor told everyone not to worry. At this moment, Nobita asked the conductor why there wasn't a single passenger on the train. Faced with this question, the conductor only sighed. He said there used to be many passengers on the train, but because of that thing's appearance. At this moment, the train suddenly shook. The conductor looked up, then silently left, leaving only his confused friends behind. Soon the train arrived at the transfer station. Serious, Nobita got off the train. Only then did he find the surroundings were not only desolate, but there wasn't a single customer. This bleak scene also made Jian and Tsuneo lose patience. But just as Nobita was about to board the train, he seemed to discover an unknown secret about this train. Three old fellows felt sorry for this train. After all, the times were progressing. Hearing these words, Nobita fell into thought, until Shizuka came over to call Nobita. Finally, the train continued toward the final station, planet Hateno. At this moment, Tsuneo finally couldn't sit still. He suggested to the conductor if they could return to Earth. Unexpectedly, he was directly rejected on the spot. He seriously told everyone they must ride to the final station. Hearing this, everyone was scared. Then Jian and Tsuneo pointed their fingers at Nobita, telling him to go ask that stubborn conductor. Nobita was a bit afraid at first, but in the end, he still went. Shizuka also followed. Nobita stammered and didn't dare speak. The conductor seemed to see through Nobita's thoughts. He asked Nobita if he wanted to sit in the driver's seat. After hearing this, Nobita smiled and quickly sat down. Seeing this young man so fascinated by what was before him, the conductor told him to step on the pedal and see. When Nobita stepped on it with his foot, the sound from the train instantly echoed through the entire universe. Then the conductor told Nobita this train was called Saburo. It was a steam train with the number C236. Then Nobita came to the boiler. Seeing the blazing fire burning inside, he was startled and sighed how warm it was. This seemed to symbolize Saburo's flame of life. This old fellow also revealed his heart to Nobita. He said Saburo had been running for 100 years, worn and torn everywhere. No one knew how many times it had been repaired. Only this boiler was still the original one. Nobita looked again at the blazing fire burning in the boiler, saying Saburo's life was really strong. But what Nobita didn't know was this departure was Saburo's last work. The conductor recalled when he was young, Saburo was packed with passengers. Even if you lined up, you might not be able to buy a ticket. Robots would also often maintain Saburo carefully. But with the appearance of the Anywhere door, no one was willing to take this old steam train to travel anymore. Suddenly, Saburo made a strange noise. At times like this, the conductor would switch from autopilot to manual control. Then he would comfort him well before it would work. At this moment, Saburo stopped to make way for other trains. It was said to be a sightseeing train with private cabins and a luxury bar. It was a place for the wealthy to pass time. At this moment, an alarm suddenly sounded. It turned out Jian and Tsuneo had separated Saburo's last car. They wanted to use this to catch the luxury sightseeing train that was about to arrive, but they didn't know how to stop at all. As the car gradually slid off the track, they were also about to face a high-speed collision with the luxury train. At the critical moment, Nobita shouted for Doraemon. Doraemon also arrived at the scene in time. Seeing Tsuneo and the others about to be hit by the train, he immediately took out a portable fishing rod from his pocket. Then using all his strength, he threw it out. The instant before the train hit Jian and Tsuneo, he pulled them over. The two breathed a sigh of relief. Everyone also had a false alarm. Later, from Doraemon's mouth, they learned this ticket was purchased by Doraemon to commemorate Saburo's last departure. He also told Nobita this train was about to stop operating. Everyone suddenly understood. Because of the advent of the Anywhere door, no one was willing to take this old steam train. Even if you wanted to take a train to travel, you would take a more luxurious sightseeing train than Saburo. So this train was also about to face the fate of stopping operation. Just as Jian and Tsuneo wanted to go back, Nobita said he wanted to accompany Saburo through this final journey, because he didn't want Saburo to feel lonely. His friends also agreed with Nobita's approach. The conductor sighed that having you passengers made him feel very happy.